Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our program. So this is just a continuation on personal financial program. So today we're going to look at the debt management programs in general. Debt management program, how you can manage your debt and repay your debts. So we're going to look at how it works, and I'm going to give practical examples as well, just to keep you tuned really in the program to understand what I'm talking about. So first of all, we're going to look at the debt consolidations loans. That's the first one. The second would be the credit counseling and the DMPs, debt management programs. 3, it will be on the debt settlement. Are you going to settle your debts? Then number 4, we're going to look at the snowball method. The method is like the snowball. When there's snow, like a small ball, you keep rolling over and over, it becomes bigger. It's like you're trying to build up your debt, but you're going to do the reverse of that. Then the 5th one to be the Avalanche Method. Then after that, I'm going to give a quick summary at the end, just as I usually do in all the videos or all the episodes, just to conclude really what we learned in each episode. So are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Tighten your belt and let's begin. Debt management programs. This is just talking in general. So in the case of debt, really, so debt management programs or DMPs are structured plans designed to help individuals repay their debts in a manageable way. So this is just a structured program which is designed to help you and I to repay our debt in a manageable way, like reducing the stress, like often by consolidating payments and negotiating with creditors. So I said creditors are the people whom you own money, the people who borrowed you money, who lend you money. So if you borrow money, you become a debtor. If someone lend you money, they become your creditors. So these programs are ideal for people struggling to keep up with multiple debt payments and need help like getting back on track financially. So if you are someone who need to get back on track financially, then this video is for you. I know that many people, 90% of people own debts, maybe just the 1% or 10%. The richest one though are debt free. So we're going to look at the types of debt management programs. We're going to begin, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned. So first of all, we're going to check out the debt consolidations loans. So what is it? So a loan that combines all your debts into one, like usually at a lower cost or lower interest rate. So we combine all your debts really into one, and then at lower interest rate. Like how it works. So you take out like a new loan to repay off existing debts, like you put all your debts into one loan really, like leaving with a single monthly payment. Instead of paying weekly or daily, you start paying monthly. Like this can simplify your finances and reduce interest cost as well. So if your interest was high, you try to lower that. The example of that, practical example. So if you have a credit card debt, let's say at 20% interest, and qualify a consolidation loan at 10%, you could save money on interest while making just one payment. So your interest was first of all at 20%, now you lower it down to 10%, and instead of paying daily or weekly, you start paying monthly at the end of the month. So at the end of 30 days. Second one, it would be the credit counseling and DMPs, the debt management programs. So what is it? So non-profit credit counseling agencies like help create a debt management plan that involve really like negotiating really like at lower interest rates or fees with creditors. So you have like the debt management plan really, which is they done with the counseling agencies. So they are really trying to lower your interest with fees as well, trying to talk with the creditors, the people lend you money in the first place. So how it works, the agency collects a single payment from you like each month and distribute it to your creditors according to the agreed upon plan. So you have to agree on the upon plan in the first place before you begin. So this often reduces your overall debt and allows you to pay off debts more quickly as well. So we'll try and find the methods which will help you to pay your debt more quickly with less stress instead of being stressful or being put more pressure on really. The quick practical example of that, it will be like a credit counseling service may negotiate with your credit card company like to reduce your interest rates, like let's say from 18% just to 80%. So there's 10% reduction. Helping you pay off your debts fast as well, because the interest was high on the 18%. Now it is low. been lowered down to 80%. The third one is a debt settlement, another method as well. So what is it? It is a program where you negotiate with your creditors to settle your debt for less than the full amount owed. So instead of just the full amount, involving the interest rate in this case, you try to negotiate, really trying to tell them to lower down the full amount. How it works, like you make monthly payments into a dedicated account, and once enough money is saved, the debt settlement company negotiates with creditors, like on your behalf, to reduce your overall debt. Example of that, like if you owe 10k or 10,000 euros, a settlement company might negotiate with your creditors to accept 6,000 or 6k euros as a full payment, saving you like 4,000 euros, which is great in that case. So in this case, really depends. It's all about negotiation, all about diplomacy, talking with your debtors. If they are more understandable as well, they might listen to you, lowering from 10k to 6k, you save 4k there. So it's all about knowing how to talk, how to communicate. Effective communication is the key in every negotiation, or in the case of diplomacy. The fourth one is the Snowball Method as well. So what is it? It's just a strategy of paying off debts from smallest to largest, like regardless of interest rates. So you don't care about interest rates, whether it is high or low. You don't care in this case, because this is just a strategy of paying off your debts from smallest to largest. So how does it work? So how it works? So you pay the minimum on all debts, but focus on paying off the smallest one first. So focus on doing the smallest one, like doing the easy questions in the exam, instead of jumping to the hardest questions. So once that is off, you move on to the next smallest, creating momentum as well. So keep paying the smallest, just like that, to keep the cycle, the momentum, the loop. Example, like if you have 3 debts, let's say divided, like the first one is 500 euros, the second 2,000 euros, and the third one is like 5,000 euros. So you start by paying off, let's say 500 euros. Once that is gone, you focus on the 2,000 euros debt, and so on. So you start with the smallest, going high. Instead of starting with the 5,000, 2,000, and 500, you start with 500, 2,000, and 5,000 euros. The fifth one is the Avalanche Method as well. Like what is it? It's just a strategy of paying off debts with the highest interest rates first. So focus the debt with the highest interest rate first. So in this case, you don't care whether it is lower or less. You just pay the ones with that's got the highest interest rates. So how does it work? So in this case, you pay the minimum on all debts, but focus on the one with the highest interest rate first to save the most money over time. That is the Avalanche Method. So a quick example of that, it would be like if you have debt, let's say at 22%, another one is like 15%, and the other one is like 5% interest. So you would target the 22% interest debt first, because this is the Avalanche Method, regardless of its size. So you start with the highest to the lowest. In the case of Snowball Method, you start with the lowest to the highest. So what can we say, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion about the debt management program? So in this case, we have like the Avalanche Method, we have the Snowball Method, we have negotiations method, consolidations as well. So in summary, in conclusion or summary, the debt management programs provide structured ways to tackle off debt effectively, whether through consolidations, negotiations like diplomacy, or strategy payment methods like Snowball or Avalanche. These programs really can help individuals regain control of their finances, reduce stress as well, and work toward becoming debt-free. That's what we're focusing. You want to become a debt-free, paying all the creditors, and become free from any debt. So that's the end, ladies and gentlemen. This program as well, the end of this program on the personal financial program. I'm going to end on this on debt management payment. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and keep sharing the videos to educate more people as well on the personal financial program. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Ciao.